Hi, I'm Susan Kessel. I'm the manager at Fairfield Public Access Television. Today, my cameraman Richard Thompson and I are going to put together a little short show on how you can be the producer for shows for Fairfield Public Access Television. I'm asked the question all the time, how do you go about putting a show on? And so that's what we're here to talk about today. The first thing is the Fairfield Public Access station is located in the Broadway Building at 607 West Broadway in Suite 155. I'm standing on the loading dock entrance, which is on the east side of the building, and it's very handy here. You just come up this loading dock steps, and we're right inside this door. It's very handy for dropping off your tapes, popping in, running in, and picking up your tapes, dropping them off, and you don't even need to talk with one of us lots of times. So we'll come along inside and show you exactly where to go and what to do. Now once you get inside the door, you'll know that you found Fairfield Public Access by our logo here on this little window. Listening to the voice of your neighbor, which you are a neighbor and we want your productions. You come here and here is our door. On our door we have our schedule printed and usually we have 2 weeks worth of scheduling programmed here on the wall. Oh, I'm sorry. And we have a busy place here, so people are coming and going all the time. We're also located right next door to Randy's gym. That's another way to know where we are. Also on the door, we have some helpful hints for making videos, and they are use additional microphones with your camera whenever it's possible. That's what I have here. And if you're doing a really nice show and would like to use one of ours, we'll see what we can do to help you out. Watch for light sources when you're shooting a video. Make sure that you're not standing in front of a window because that totally washes out the figure. If you can, record at least 10 seconds of delay time. That would be black at the beginning of your video, and label this delay time on your tape. This helps us when we're programming our VCRs to start and stop. Label your tape with the exact running time of whatever you tape. And then always use a clean tape, meaning a new tape. If you've taped a movie or something off of television, that's not good to use to tape over because sometimes we get movie and we're not allowed to show that on FPAC. So always use a clean tape. If a pull tab's been pulled, we end up putting a cover over that, a little piece of tape, so that it is usable in our VCRs. Label with your name, phone, the date, and title, along with the exact running length and delay time. And when you come here, the next thing you need to do is pick up our rules and regulations. This is available right here on this drop-off box, and we'll go over that when we go into the studio. This is our ordinance approving the rules, regulations, and guidelines for the Fairfield Public Access TV in the city of Fairfield, Iowa. And this was put together and approved February of 1998. These are kept right here. Along with that, you'll pick up a FPAC TV Cablecast request form or a producer form. And this is to be filled out by you if you want to share your video or sponsor a video or whatever. And this has all the information on there. And I'll go over that when we go inside too. We also usually keep forms here for community announcements. If you have a community announcement of something going on and you would like people to know about it, be sure and pick up a form and you can drop it off here. Can I go? Now, this is our drop-off box. There is a slot up here that you drop your videos off with a signed producer form. And I come out here and we have a padlock, and we, the tapes drop down in and we pick them up. And then when it's time that you want to pick up your tapes to take home, we leave them right in here, and you just come anytime you want, anytime the building is open, you're free to come and pick those up. I don't have to be here for that. You need to make sure that you relock the drop-off box. We give you the combination when you give us a tape, and you relock it. And that's all for right here. Did you know that only 10 to 15% of the communities in the country have public access television? I didn't know that until I recently found that out on the internet. And through public access TV centers, community groups and individuals produce more than 20,000 hours of new local programming each week. That's more than NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, and PBS combined. So here at Fairfield Public Access, we produce some shows. We are asked regularly to come and videotape, and Richard Thompson does this an awful lot, and I will do it when I'm asked. We love to go out and tape community events to share with the rest of our community, and that's what we hope that more people in our community will do. I know there are tons of cameras out there that people are operating at football games and baseball games, dance recitals, musical events, all kinds of things that can be shared with our community. I continually get comments from housebound and elderly of how much they appreciate getting to see things that people do share within our community. FPAC operates on a yearly budget from the city of Fairfield, and we do a lot with this money, and we have non-professional equipment, but Richard Thompson and I as the station manager and Richard as video productions manager, try and do as much with this as we can. Back to producing a show and how you can be a producer. On the Cablecast request form that I talked about picking up in our hallway, you list your name and your address as a producer, your phone number, the title, give a little content summary, the exact length in minutes and seconds and delay time if possible, the tape format that we ask you to use because we don't have professional equipment, and that is regular VHS tape or 8mm. High 8 or regular 8mm, and these are the type that we use here at FPAC, goes right in our camera. And we do have 8mm machine VCRs and regular VHS VCRs to play back the system. When you fill this out, you can request a broadcast time or date, and I schedule 1 week in advance. If I can, I'll fit it in. We do have some to-be-announced slots, time slots throughout the week, and sometimes I can fit these in. Otherwise, expect at least a week before your show gets aired. You need to let us know if it contains violent or sexually graphic material. And you can request one showing of a tape, a weekly time slot, one-time show, or weekly regular shows if you would like to, if you're really inspired and would like to create a show for a weekly show. And then there's an indemnity agreement here that you sign, and I hereby indemnify and hold harmless the Fairfield Public Access Television and its directors, officers, employees, and agents, the Fairfield Public Access Committee, its officers and members, the City of Fairfield and its employees, officers, agents, and elected officials, from and against any and all third-party losses, claims, and litigation or cause of action, including attorney fees and costs which arise out of or based upon the content of programming being furnished or produced by, and then you sign here. We are legally required to show all tapes that are brought to us as long as they go along with and abide by all the rules and regulations in our guidelines. I don't preview tapes. I don't have time to do that. And sometimes there might be some that I don't necessarily personally like, but I am required to show them, and I do. So when we roll on our scroll that we're not responsible for content, that's exactly true. This guideline covers a lot of things. It tells about our Public Access Committee. It tells about the restrictions that you have when you produce a show, the total amount of airtime. It tells about copyright and ownership. It tells about political airing of shows. Standards of tapes must be rebroadcastable. Once in a while we run into a tape that we have trouble with a video signal and it doesn't air very well, and that's not necessarily because of us, that could be because of the quality of the tape. And so we do have a right, if it's very poor, to take that off. And same with the audio signal. We also have the restrictions on gambling, obscenity, solicitation, advertising. We are a nonprofit public access TV station, and therefore we are not allowed to advertise. We do like to promote our community and individuals as much as we can, but we do try as hard as we can to not advertise. Misrepresentation and other illegalities are included in this form and explains everything here. So if you have any questions at all, you can call me up, but first pick up one of these producers forms and go over it. And then if you have any questions, give me a call and I'll be happy to answer them. We also have available at the Fairfield Public Access a few videos that we have ordered from the Videomaker magazine, and we do get that. And I'm not advertising this, but this has a lot of helpful information on how to operate a camera and using sound and light and different things. And from this, we ordered a basic shooting video, and this will tell you how to use your camera. Also, lighting techniques. Lighting is very important, and there are things to know about this. Sound success. This is one of the biggest problems that camera people deal with, and that's getting a quality sound so you can hear, and this might help you out on this. Now, something that we haven't gotten into but will be soon, I hope, is desktop video and some editing and video editing. So all of these tapes we have here at the station, and if you're really interested in getting to know more about using your camera and producing a show, call me up and you can check one of these out. And I think now we'll take a little visit, a break, and take a visit with Richard Thompson.
Hi, this is Richard Thompson, and I'd like to thank Susan Kessel for giving such a wonderful presentation the last few minutes, telling about where FPAC 9 is located at the Broadway Building and how to obtain the producer forms and the Cablecast request forms and such. For the last 3 years, Susan and I have been associated with FPAC 9, and it's been a wonderful experience bringing community videotaping to the community. A lot of you at home, in the hospitals, in the nursing homes, and just plain busy people really seem to enjoy watching FPAC 9, for the kinds of community events that you would like to be able to go to, but perhaps for whatever reason aren't able to go to. So Susan and I have set out a task of trying to videotape events as much as we can to air for your benefit. However, as Susan said, there's just the two of us, and this is only a part-time job for us. So we need to depend on you in the community to go out and do some videotaping for us. There's a lot of activities that can be done. In fact, just today, Dan Bowers brought in a videotape from a softball game that he had videotaped. Now, the last 2 years or so, Lee Muntz of KMCD Kick 96 has very graciously allowed voiceovers of the different football games and the like from the Fairfield High School, both here and away games. And recently, Lee asked Dan Bowers if he would use his video camera and videotape the softball league championships, which Dan Bowers has done and will be on FPAC fairly soon. These video cameras, this is an 8mm camera, have changed communities and public access television tremendously. These cameras are available in the stores now for perhaps only a few $100s. Many people have these sitting at home, and they got them originally just for birthday parties and maybe family vacations. But they have a much bigger use. In the community, we have things like the Kiwanis Kids Day. We have different baseball games, sports activities. Just recently we had the county fair. It would be so good for you in the community that have video cameras to go out and videotape. Susan explained all about the microphones and things like that that are needed. And if you don't have those for your camcorder, give us a call at 469-3225 and we'll see what we can do. We've gradually built up some of our supplies over the past 3 years to the point where we have several microphones that could be made available to you with a little bit of training. Something that we've bought the last couple years individually, Susan and myself, are what's called wireless microphones. Every once in a while you may see us going around with these two big antennas sticking on the backs of our camcorders, and you wonder what it is. It looks like rabbit ears, but they're actually wireless microphone receivers. One set that we have actually allows two people at the same time to talk from a distance of upwards of 100 feet. And this has freed us up so much to have more creative video making for your benefit. These could be on loan to you if you call us at 469-3225 and have an interest in doing some videotaping. Coming up in the next few months is going to be a lot of organizations and clubs that are going to be starting their fall and winter activities. Wouldn't it be great if instead of next year everybody sits around and kind of goes, well, we'd like to have some more members, but we don't know how to reach them. We've tried the newspapers, we've tried the radio, try television. FPAC Channel 9 has a really good audience, and we can repeat a lot of shows. So wouldn't it be great if you or someone in your club or organization came on FPAC 9, came to our studios, or we could go to you, and you could tell us about your club and organization, its history, its membership, its goals, what it means to the community. This way, more people in the community might well become aware of your club and organization and might be willing to join it if only they knew about it. To my side here is a new computer monitor. This has been a wonderful addition to FPAC 9. Behind me, I don't know if you can see it too well, is the normal scrolling that you see every day on FPAC 9 when the programs aren't running. What we've done is to add now a second computer, and I'd like to take just a moment to explain what that's going to mean to you, the FPAC viewer, in the future. With this system, we're now hooked into the internet. And if you followed what is happening on the internet lately, you know that it is providing a lot of towns and cities, government organizations, businesses, anybody, personal people, the opportunity to have their own web page on the internet and to reach thousands upon thousands of people at their own leisure, from their own business, from their own home. This is changing America. Every day when you read the newspaper, you'll see those infamous letters, www. whatever. Pretty soon, FPAC 9 will have its own web page. What this means to you is that we'll be connected through the Chamber of Commerce webpage in Fairfield, through LISCO, which is providing our internet service, plus a number of links to other public access stations around the country, and in fact around the world. What might this mean for you? Well, in El Dorado County in Southern California, they have what is called Internet TV. They are actually a public access station that takes programs that they normally videotape and they produce them and provide them over the internet via streaming video and audio technology. That's what it's called. And it says El Dorado County's Internet TV utilizes the latest in streaming video technology to bring you the best quality of internet video available today. Now what this means is that they have their city council meetings on videotape via the internet that you can download and watch. They have newsmakers, Korean War veterans, the Pony Express rerun, Robert Joseph, the C-SPAN bus, the Boys and Girls Club, Sesquicentennial, Dawn's World of Art. She has two of them on, about watercolor painting, and it's a wonderful opportunity. What this means is that the internet will provide FPAC 9 the opportunity not only to put on our program schedule for those of you with personal computers to look up and find out what is on the schedule at any given time, but in the future we'll also be able to take our city council meetings, our community activities, municipal band concerts and whatnot, county fair experiences, and put them on the internet for people in other parts of the state and other parts of the country that have ties to Fairfield but can't watch FPAC 9. We're only on the local cable company, cable system. There's a lot of people out in Jefferson County that would like to be able to watch FPAC 9 and they can't because they don't have access to the local cable company's lines. So through this internet connection, what we'll be able to do is to put our programs out there that somebody at their own leisure can then go and download and watch at their own convenience. Now the quality's not real good, but it's getting there. And I think in 3 to 5 years, we'll look back on the late 1990s as really the vanguard of the renaissance of computer engineering. And it's going to take a lot of people coming together, building good web pages and things to provide you in the community the opportunity to see a lot more of the community at your own leisure, without editorial comment, without any buffering between us. What we see, what we videotape, you can see, you can observe for your own benefit. So there's a lot of growing activities, possibilities. We have a website searching guidebook here. Oops. That in time, as we learn the system, will become more of a community-based broadcasting station in its true sense. That in the 5 years that FPAC 9 has existed, we'd like to grow and develop beyond that now. With your help, we'd like to encourage you to videotape activities, bring them to us, give us a call, 469-3225. We're located on the first floor of the Broadway Building behind Hardee's. Bring us your videotapes, call us for ideas, and we'll be glad to help you. We've really appreciated all that you've done, all the nice comments that you've given us over the past 3 years since Susan and I've been on. Susan's been a wonderful station manager, and she's given a lot of direction to it. We've got a lot of possibilities coming up in the future. So keep watching FPAC 9, and if you have ideas to videotape, bring them in and share them with the community. Thank you for joining. You, the producer.